Hello and welcome to the inaugural Learn Languages through Geoguessr stream here on Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. This part is going to be in English, and it's the only bit that's going to be in English because I'm going to be clipping it and using it as a general sort of explainer piece for the entire series of streams of learning languages with Geoguessr. What this is I'm going to play Geoguessr, and I'm going to narrate it basically like any old game stream, except I'm going to do it in different languages as a source of comprehensible input for people who are trying to learn those languages. This time it's going to be Spanish, other times it'll be German or Japanese, and various others potentially as well. So the idea is that we have about 40 years of research now that says that the main way people actually learn languages is through what's called comprehensible input. Basically, a bit of the brain known to linguists as the language acquisition device will gradually sort of pick apart linguistic input, and if it's comprehensible enough, if there's enough of sort of a point of reference that it can kind of work out what exactly is being discussed, it will gradually, on its own, more or less unconsciously, begin to acquire the language and understand how the language works and everything like that. And talking generally comes way later than that. So, and it occurred to me a few weeks back that Geoguessr was kind of perfect for this, because the main method of language teaching that uses these really uses this research on comprehensible input for language acquisition and all that is what's called TPRS, which stands for Teaching Proficiency Through Reading and Storytelling. And one of the main things that is done in a TPRS language class is you've got pictures, and the teacher just kind of stands there and talks in the target language about what's in the pictures to give people the pictures there, basically to give people that point of reference that they need in order to in order for the input to be comprehensible, since otherwise it's just a bunch of random sounds that the language acquisition device can't really do a whole lot with. But when you have some point of reference that somebody can look at and say, okay, they seem to be saying this word as they point at this device, this thing, or something like that, then the language acquisition device can begin to kind of work its magic. Now, the thing about this research is I only heard about it a couple of years ago. I mean, actually, more recently than that, actually, it was more like a couple of months ago, now that I think of it. But I already knew about it, because I had on my own kind of worked out that this was the way that I could learn languages. I devised my own methods. I've been teaching myself languages for pretty much my entire life. And so there you are. So when I heard about this research about comprehensible input, the idea of comprehensible, compelling input in a low-stress environment, immediately made sense to me. So, and Geoguessr is kind of the perfect game to be doing this sort of game streaming with. I'm indebted for the idea to a channel called Zamani Zulu, which is a channel that does game streaming as comprehensible input to learn isiZulu, which is just a really cool idea. It's a really good stream. If you're trying to learn isiZulu, then I highly recommend checking that out. I would not be confident to do a game stream in isiZulu. My isiZulu is very, very limited. But this time we are going to be doing the stream in Spanish, and that is about to start right now.